Divine kings and queens out there, do my amazing, beautiful ones. So, everything is thought. Nothing can never exist without thoughts. You yourself, you are a sum of your thoughts. So, I feel like thoughts, I will always speak about thoughts because everything is based on thoughts. So me speaking to you right now, the things that I'm saying to you, every word that I say, everything that I express myself upon, are creating thoughts pattern within your mind, within you. So everything that I'm saying, every word, you take that word and you create a thought. And throughout the whole message, you take all those thoughts and relate the message however you want that message to be related to you. So thoughts is everything. So now think about this, right? I want you to know that every thought that you have, every thought that comes to your mind, that comes through your mind, is something that you must take into really deep, profound consideration, because every thought is something that is relating to you. So now, think about this, right? How do you know that I'm speaking? How do you know that you're holding your phone or your laptop, or you're sitting down in front of your desktop? How do you know that? If you did not have the thought that tells you that, oh, I am sitting on my desktop. I'm sitting on this chair and watching JayFoto's video on my desktop. Or I'm holding my phone, watching JayFoto's video on my phone. So this is how important thought is. So your thoughts are everything. So now when you bring your thoughts in alignment with who you are, with your emotions, and with your actions, that's manifestations. So your thought is you. So you can either choose to dwell on the thought, or you can choose to ignore it. So this is why it is so important, my divine kings and queens, to really pay attention to our thoughts. Because your thoughts are what made you. Your thoughts are what making you become who you are. Your thoughts. Without thoughts, you won't exist. Think about it, right? You wake up in the morning, right? How do you know you just get off bed? How do you know you got to go to work? How do you know the things that you got to do? You got to make sure that you bring that thought around that shows you, that brings you that visualization of the things that you got to do. You got to make sure that you bring that thought around that gives you that sense, that feeling of the things that you must do, of the way that you must act, of your behaviors, of whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is, whatever ways that you gotta act, whatever gestures you gotta do. It's a thought. So we all are made of thoughts, if you think about it. So I know it's not just me, right? You ever woke up one morning, right? You woke up, right? You got off your bed, right? And then you're gonna brush your teeth, right? And then you be like, whoa, what am I gonna do again? Why do you do that? You be like, whoa, what am I gonna do again? Oh, where do I gotta go? What? You gotta make sure that you bring that thought around in order to function, bro. It's real. It's your thoughts. So your thoughts are basically you, yo. So we all are acting and operating and having all this experience through our thoughts, yo. Tell me anything that is going on in the world that has nothing to do with a thought. Tell me. I'll wait. I'll wait. So anything that is happening in the world, it all started with a thought. The businesses, uh, uh, everything, you getting a girlfriend, you getting married, you buying a car, you building a house, you going around town, you going out to dinner, uh, uh, you going to the hospital, you doing everything else. It's like everything in this world has to do with a thought, yo. So nothing can exist without a thought. So now it is very important for us to make sure that we fill our mind, we fill our being with productive thoughts. So by having productive thoughts, fruitful thoughts, and then one can be fully himself. One can be fully herself. Because no matter what's going on around you, the thoughts that you are having within your mind, the thoughts that are making you be acting, operating, whatever gesture you want to do, however way you are behaving, they all are happening within your thoughts. So bad thoughts, bad actions, bad behaviors, bad operations, great thoughts, great behaviors, great morning, great day, great afternoon, great night, happiness, blissfulness, success. Your thoughts are what are making you, yo. The more fruitful, powerful thoughts you're having, the better, the more beautiful, the more awesome, the more blissful your life is being, yo. So I was thinking about this, right? I was thinking about it. I'm like, yo, like, if I'm outside right now, right? I'm outside, right? I was drinking some coffee, right? Smoking some cigars, right? And I'm like, okay, so, okay, I put the cup on the ground, right? I put the cup somewhere, like, on the ground, right? I'm like, okay, so I was smoking a cigar, I was holding the phone, and I was writing down some ideas, right? And I'm like, okay, so if I did not have the thought of me remembering where I put the cup, I would not remember it. This is why, some people around the world, they are suffering from short-term memory loss, right? That means that they're not having the thoughts where they put, certain things, how they do certain things, how they act, minutes or hours before they did certain things. So now they are suffering from short-term memory loss because they cannot remember what they've done, what they did a little while ago. So your thoughts are everything, divine kings and queens. So I would suggest that all of us, that we make sure that our thoughts are in alignment with who we are, who we are trying to become, and where we want to go. Regardless of your situation. Look, regardless of your situation, you have some fruitful thoughts, some positive thoughts. All those thoughts can take you well above your trials and tribulations. It is so true, yo. Yo, it is so true. It is so true. Look, man, it's always a pleasure for me to express myself to you, to tell you, to elaborate upon the things that, that I'm experiencing. So now, by me telling you all of those things, right? You are having thoughts, right? You are having all type of different thoughts going on, like, just like flowing through your mind, flowing through your being, right? And then within those thoughts, you are picking the ones that are relating to what I'm saying. And not only you're going to have great thoughts from the things that I'm saying, from the words that I'm speaking, right? But you will also have bad thoughts. So now it's up to you to relate to the thoughts that are bringing you the message, that are bringing you the alignment.